Mm, Getting it all set up. There we go. There we go. Hello everyone and welcome to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. The last time I played this game was for 24 minutes, apparently, and it was back in October 31st, 2014, so 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. But this is the second game I'm playing on Scary Saturday. Let's see, resolution. Actually, I'll just keep it at 1920, 1080. But I believe the last time I played this game was so long ago that I was back in like the first iteration of my computer. Okay. Not developer commentary. So the icon when looking at an interactable object. Using simple will change the color. Smooth mouse. I guess we'll try this. But yeah, for those of you who are new, this is Scary Saturday, the day where I play horror games that I haven't played in forever or that I'm just starting to play. So, for instance, like Amnesia the Dark Descent, or last week I played Layers of Fear, which went over real well. Go ahead and pull up my creator dashboard. There we go. And there we go. Alright, so let's start new. Yeah, let's just play normal. Yes. Now then, my full intention is to eventually play the entire Amnesia series. So I think there's 4 games in the series so far, but I could be wrong.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Castle looks a little run down. So I am Daniel. Now we'll be reading all the mementos and stuff. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay, first let's... Oh, that is so much better. Okay. Anything back here? Nope, apparently not. But you gotta explore everything in these games. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, yep, never mind. Apparently you can't explore everything in these games. A lot of creaking in this old castle. Alright then. A very open room. Just random shirts and random wardrobes. In case you need a change of clothes on the fly or something. Old Hawkeyes. The other children cheered him on. His name voiced in steady rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. Whew, dark. Grab an object, press right mouse button to throw it. Hold on R and move the button. Double stick to rotate. Okay. Missing unsettling events will reduce your sanity and can be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. Picked up a lantern. Yeah, picked up a lantern. When filled with oil, it can be turned on by pressing F, or selecting it in the inventory tab. I can play this game using controller if I want to. Tinderboxes are used to light candles and other light sources in the environment. The current number of tinderboxes is shown in the inventory. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can play using controller. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh, right bumper, okay. Beware, when standing in darkness, humanity will slowly drain. Turn on the lights in the environment using a source of light. Cool. Now, sanity, a slight headache. Okay, so that's notebook.
August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Alright, so Daniel is asking me, Daniel, to murder a guy. I'm alright with that. Maybe thinking to yourself, but why would you want to murder him? Well, he's a monster. Of course, we can punch. That is definitely not the way to go. Go over here. Spend some time. Oh yeah, my sanity's not really draining that much. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of family.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hand or tools, which means I gotta get something else. Boogies. Nope. Can't go that way. Still have a slight headache. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he'd never be again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. A lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow.
Is anyone there?
Firelight for a bit. Yeah, sure.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aqua force.
Tinderbox. Oil. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on all of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem affected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Okay. Ah, yes. Chemical pot. It's my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given, and the cupray binds them well. This time I'll attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis, in hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Okay, so I need aqua regia, calamine, and orpiment. No. There's no reason to start freaking out. If I do this, what will happen? Four different chemicals are needed to continue. Okay, I just gotta go find them. Just make sure I'm gonna stay insane. Okay, so I gotta go find the ingredients that I need. Take care of the fleshy bits. Fell the kitchen floor, tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received first kick to the stomach. Won't budge because I've got to... Huh. progress, I guess. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople.
May 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
But I might as well. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court within the sanctum of the Order of Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. May 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it,
And as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Oh. Go. Back here for a moment. Yeah, head is pounding and hands are shaking. Okay. Natural sunlight is good and all. Monster's gonna pop out, ain't it?
is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Did I?
17th
My
May,
sanity just...
1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Go ahead and... Okay, my sanity's back to normal.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Alstadt and Brennenburg Castle in 1801. Another region rich with lore is Alstadt, and deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet, and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet, forest-clad mountains dressed with sacred lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of the society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who is the mysterious man who visited the sleeping hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby. Alstadt and like most of those noble birth, and nearby Alstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a noble from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. So Alexander is immortal. I mean, fair enough. Okay. Now then. Like, I know that opens. Aha. One. Are there more than one? Is it just there's two? There's three. Light a fire in the fireplace. Oh. Woo! Wilhelm and his regarding closing of the wine cellar. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the police. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave, or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they could rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both my problems. Okay. Is this the part where there's monsters? Here there be monsters? Yep. Open all those up. There you go. Don't think there's anything else here for me. Well, let's go ahead and open the studio from the other side. If I can. light. Okay. I think that's it. The desert dunes were like waves in a sluggish sea. While the caravan moved, the land appeared motionless. And the camp. Ow. Laboratory. Wine cellar. It was done, the men said. The tomb had been revealed. Tintinon waits, grinned the toothless foreman.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Okay. Well, that's not nice. Perhaps not be under the heavy timber as it falls. This room is there. Rear. There we go.
That taste, that fragrance, Damascus rose.
Okay, I got the open bit. Staying here for a moment. Catch my sanity back. Cooperite. Orpiment. Okay, so Aqua Regia. Alright, well.
Have to get out of here.
Am I gonna...
What's happening? Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
They did not have a good end. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my final words. My confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the Castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed Knight of the Order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. Dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past, and not the honors I had been awarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly, and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming, their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... Okay. Back to the laboratory. I think the darkness is catching up with me. It became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire. Two young men fighting back. Or on the two young men fighting back. Their voices were... Ow. After enduring 3 days of Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of... Now then, let's go ahead and alright, so what are the things that I need to do? Calamine and Orpiment. And then Cuprite. And Aqua Regia. I will not be deterred! Succeed. Pot of acid. He sat down by the gaspable wall, gasping for air, sweat pouring from his forehead and onto the... Oh. Alchemist! Through the shadows residue in the entrance hall. The refinery. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. Pieces of lace scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought. Or perhaps too few.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Okay. So my sanity just doesn't drain. I don't think I... Oh, I have 4.
Of June, 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Look from the other side. Ow. Yay! The darkness is angry. Cellar archives. Fresh to the surface, the dark Atlantic water smothered him as he struggled to make sense of the situation. I see you, little fishy. Get a fishing bowl and fish them all up, fry them up. Okay, so there is a time limit to that level. Took me too long to figure out where I needed to go. Let's go in. Some large brush against his leg, and he felt himself being dragged down along by the current of the beast. He was up above the surface. "Help!" he cried as he was swallowed again. Felt himself being hoisted out of the ocean, the lacquer coal of acid. Okay. The achievement means I did it. I succeeded. I didn't die.
An ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Okay, before we go in there, okay, the machine room is locked. Oh, my sanity is completely clear. Not working. Of course, the machine room is locked. That'll get the elevator working. So I need to explore a little bit in here. It's another dream, he thought, and screamed at the top of his lungs. Well then. Aha. Knew there's gonna be more in here. A letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Jonathan Ware. The most remarkable thing happened while I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the past 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. Probably butchered that. It was as it was told about an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Allstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you could understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. Scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I sensed something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. Tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. Fell to the ground gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I've been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest in ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Allstat. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Do I have... Nope.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw. But I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Dude, that was dark. Poor puppy. Animal experiment. Canis lupin familiaris. 1658, April 2nd, or April 12th. Whatever. After a short study, it's clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain-induced stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It's difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There's an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. We must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Jesus. Dude just tortured things. Poor puppy. Ooh. Box. Anatomy Frontiers. 1658, January 9th. Further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they will prove less of a hassle to acquire. Well then. Yeah, that'd give me a headache too. well, the study really had nothing in it. Or did it? If anything, if it had anything, it would be in this room. It would be on this desk. Yeah, well, I suppose there was nothing in here. Except a couple notes. Tried to fit the pieces together, but like the sand dunes, they shifted when you weren't looking. Guest room! Herbert's trunk was wrapped in rope. The lock had been broken by thieves, he assumed. He wondered if anything had been left, considering all the hands it had passed.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal? July 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Ah, I would be too. Oh, yeah. Crowbar.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Daniel,
What?
still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
That didn't sound very good. We'll put a stop to them. We'll see. You'll see.
The key. Please, let it be here. July 4th, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Story. Look through the books of the Mars. Okay. Side? Oh. storage, I either find parts or to Taylor with second death caused by his damned curiosity. Ah. Oh, right. I need like a handle for it. Finding all sorts of stuff. Heck yeah. Guarding explosive mixture. Alexander, I've prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated from to avoid further mishaps. I've arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you're good, ready to go. Good. Okay, so I did everything I need down here. I think the monsters are the main part. Alright. Small carpenter's drill. Okay.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Well, now. Oh, wait. Alright. Oh. Excuse me. Alright. Well, I'm gonna head up here. I got what I need. Gonna need to use the needle thing for the mechanical door. So William Smith and still need to do stuff down here? Heavily trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and lay on the floor. Just the broken glass door. Machine parts. Collapsed. Oh, but wait, explosives. Is it gonna blow or do I need to light it? die, aren't I? Oh, do I just keep chucking things at it? Whatever. Alright.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
There we go. Alright. Okay, then I won't go that way yet.
Please,
full set of 3 rods is unavailable. There is 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Might eventually be able to get in here. Sounds angry. Yeah. I ain't messing with you anymore, boy. Doing that, you and I are going to have a problem.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. This cabinet had been overturned. Yeah, he reached through the broken glass, grabbed all the set it is he could find. Okay, so the note said something about... He's a missing rod. The full set of 3 rods is unavailable. There's 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use spare rods in storage before using a mended one. In here somewhere? Oh, alright. Let's see if it's actually needed. Mr. Taylor was sick death caused by his dangerous. Oh, that's fantastic. I suppose I can keep going. Let's see. Okay, so I know it's in the study. That's the guest room. Is this up there? myself. Oh. Oh, yay.
Someone's coming.
When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind is not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I've done so much for you, and I gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Okay. Okay, let's get this. The little breaks down again. Make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before chaining it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8, down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, and complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. The Book of Monarchs, looking for etchings and counted. Oh, shadows got up. need the machine room key. I'm wondering if the... Oh, I'm wondering if I have to head back to the guest room, my room. And it'll be in there somewhere. William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow.
Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
That means my sanity is slight headache. Fair enough. Frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort.
Something is wrong. Oh, so wrong.
Okay.
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Yeah, dude, you were totally responsible.
of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Mission equipment memo. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Yeah. Oh. Well then. Cycle rod. Sweet.
July 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Did all this? Who removed the cogwheels? Was it me? Did I remove the cogwheels? Okay, so Oliver's. Get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber, and the meter should read up 8, down 8. Here I'm being hunted, and I'm just doing chores. Missing something somewhere. Darkness is not happy. The Book of Monarch. 9 different kings from all over Europe had been depicted with an orb resting in their hands. No going back. When the sun flickered between the pine trees as the carriage approached the castle. Taking a rough ride in an elevator. Well, I guess I descended.
Come, this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Yeah, it wasn't criminals he was locking up. This dude was locking up regular people. my sanity is, stone hammer. I have to go upstairs.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you.
Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
No, you come too.
Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider. Someone is coming. Hurry! I'll cover the hole with the bed. Everything will be fine. I promise you.
Where is she? Where did she go?
No, I won't tell. I'll never tell you.
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
He'd unraveled the cloth protecting the orb. Alexander reached out, picked it up. Held against light cover, he said, keep it covered at all times. Let's head the other way. See what that gives us. Nothing, it gives us nothing. Okay, if I can get past that guy.
Second of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
That's heavy, dude. What's a thing of oil right next to a fire? Ow. Note to self. Don't do that. Eh. Sanity. Oh yeah, my sanity is just gone.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good. Soon it will be ready. Let there be enough time. He escaped? Where is he now?
poor condition. Okay, and so I need to get the acid. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm trying not to die.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside!
Cutscenes.
It's too dangerous!
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Oh. Ow. Haven't gotten the hang of facing these things yet. Yeah, I'm dead. Well, that doesn't help. Explains a lot, though.
The shadow. It's close now.
A few cuts and bruises, I should be fine for now.
August 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters and is not at all as eccentric
isn't
as
really
I
that big a
assumed.
deal in this game.
My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match
call
it.
it quits tonight.
As the sun sets on Brennenburg,
I think I'm
its
getting
fairy
close.
tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
Probably just as well, because I don't have another horror game lined up for next Saturday. Oh! Whoops. That dude just randomly wrecked a door. Worth it. Totally worth it. Oh, hey. Okay. There it is. Now I need to head back to the kitchen. Thing's right there. Pretty sure I could run past it. But what's my sanity? Oh, my sanity's actually not bad. Alright. Gonna be there again. Nope. Kitchen down this way. No, it's this way. Up here, and this time I make sure I don't touch the acid by hand. stairs the exact same way I need to go. Fantastic. There it goes.
Who are you to question me?
Okay, I have everything I need. I just need to find out where that weak lock was again.
Hey! Anybody! Help! Christ! I don't believe this. Why? I mean, why? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better.
So some dude burned down another dude's house. Okay. Ignoring that. Hello? Yeah, welcome to the stream. This is, I guess the stream will just keep going until I reach the next, like, area. Let's, shut that real quick.
4th of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a knock on my door. Alexander had heard my screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew. It seems like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb. I said I didn't care about its powers and that I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb and eventually suffer death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
And the price, was it worth it, Daniel? I'm actually going to answer that. The price was not worth it. Well then.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
Alright, well, I made it to the next area. So I think this is where I'm going to call it tonight. I'll finish the rest of it next Saturday. Oh yeah, this is going to be interesting. But yeah, thanks for joining. I've actually had a lot of fun playing this so far, even if I'm a bit cowardly when it comes to it. But that is where we're going to end. So yeah, have a great night and a fantastic weekend. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Have a great night, fantastic weekend. Follow if you haven't already. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk with you all later. Next weekend, we'll be finishing up Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Hopefully I'll start, earlier in the day so that I'm not quite as tired. Yep, have a great night.